The girls had all met at Shire on the first day of kindergarten and had been inseparable ever since. Millie's dad was an apartment building super. Nora's was an electrician, and Bee's was a professor. It's not like any of them were super rich. Definitely not. They weren't the stereotype of Upper East Side private school kids. But the Upper East Side was home. Until it wasn't anymore. Until a pandemic happened, and life changed so fast, and Shire's lower school fell apart, and Nora's parents got divorced, and a work opportunity in the country presented itself for Millie's dad. Until Bee's mom decided they really needed space for her sister to live with them. Until moves had to happen, and decisions had to be made. Until the three of them had the kind of fight only 5th, soon-to-be 6th graders can have. And then, all went their separate ways, and never spoke again.
Chapter 1. Millie. When Millie's parents told her they were moving to the country to take over operations at a Lake Cottage community, she was mad. Very, very mad. Millie was used to life in Manhattan, going downstairs in the elevator, saying goodbye to the doorman on the way out, getting a bacon, egg, and cheese at Super Deli and Market across the street. On the surface, it may have seemed like her family had a glitzy life, but they really didn't. Millie's dad was the super of the building, and so Millie's family lived there for free in a small 2-bedroom apartment on the 2nd floor, next to the laundry room. It definitely wasn't glitzy, but it was good. It was hers, and she didn't want to leave it. But now she had been in the country, as her parents called it, for a year, and she was still a little mad, but not as much. Today was their 1-year anniversary of being there, and Millie wondered if someone could really stay that level of mad forever. Probably not.
Millie, a new family's coming today,
her dad said, the screen door to the rental office slamming behind him. Millie was sitting behind the desk, with her feet up on the counter in front of her.
Maybe take your feet down. It's not the most professional looking, he added.
It's not the most professional looking, she mouthed without making a sound. But then she did take her feet down and studied her toenails. Millie knew that if Bea were there, she'd tell her she needed a pedicure stat, and then Bea would probably take out her caboodle and all her nail polishes and start giving Millie one. It sounded gross to Millie, and she knew she'd never touch someone else's feet. But Bea never minded that kind of thing. Millie sort of thought Bea kinda liked it. Not the actual feet, like in a podiatrist kind of way, but in the let me step in and help without you asking kind of way. Millie couldn't believe how long it had been since she'd seen Bea and Nora, since they were all together, all the time, since they made paper fortune tellers and had sleepovers, all sharing one twin bed.
Millie,
her dad said.
You hearing me right?
Yes, she smiled. Sorry. She actually wasn't hearing him. She wasn't hearing him at all.
Great. Thanks for being sensitive and helpful.
He grabbed a rake from the back closet.
I'll have to sort out this pine cone situation down the hill.
Millie had no idea what he'd said before the "you're hearing me" part, so she decided to simply be prepared for any and all things when the new family arrived. She picked up her phone and started scrolling through random apps, feeling bored but antsy. I wish I were anywhere else right now, she thought. But if someone asked me where, I'd have no idea where I would pick. Sometimes, when she was feeling really sad and lonely, and curious too, of course, she looked up Bea and Nora on social media. She hated that she did it, and she never admitted it to anyone. And thankfully, she didn't do it as much as she used to. But at moments like this, when there was nothing else for her to do, and she missed her old life in that achy kind of way that somehow seemed to creep up out of nowhere, she just had to. Just as she was about to...